How's it going?
What's up with that, dude? Can I kick this out for you real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is this?
It's a Taurus.
Taurus?
What was your name, officer?
Deputy Nance. What's up?
Ready.
What's going on?
Just walking.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you, how's it going?
It's going. Got any other good weapons on you?
No, sir. What am I being stopped for?
What's that?
What am I being stopped for?
Someone just thought you looked suspicious, man.
Just
But
why?
I passed you a couple times, but let me look at this guy.
Was I doing anything illegal?
No, dude, I'm just
Oh, okay.
to make sure. You don't have anything else on what's going on here?
Oh, it's recording for my safety.
Oh, okay.
So,
Alright.
yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to check you for weapons real quick.
Am I being detained?
I'm just checking
Okay.
for weapons. You're not being
Well,
detained.
can I ignore my phone, right?
Well, what are you doing, man?
Walking. Why are you out here recording and did something go on? No? Walking. Law. He did have a weapon on him. And he's, I don't have a weapon. He's recording. He's recording.
Well, I'm not saying that there were.
No, it's what it's like.
You got an ID on you, man?
Yes, sir, I do.
Alright. Is it in your pocket right there? You can grab it.
Oh, okay, well, do I leave you at the white hat?
What's that?
Do I leave you at the white hat? Well, I'm asking for your ID. Do I leave you at the white hat? I'm asking for your ID.
We have the right to be here. Someone called it.
So do I, though. That's all I'm saying.
What?
You do have to correct that.
It's a,
Investigation.
what statute is that?
I'd say there's a statute for conducting an investigation. Somebody called the cops. So there's a guy walking down the street with a gun. Okay, so we're going to find out what you're doing here and why.
Oh, I was just walking.
Okay, well, that's what we're here to find out.
Okay.
Not under arrest, but we are going to figure out what's going on.
Okay. That's fine, but do I legally do I have to provide my...
Yes, you do.
Under what statute?
Do you have an ID?
Yes, I do have an ID.
Okay, can you give him your ID, please?
Do I legally have to... I talked to my lawyer earlier.
Okay.
Because I was stopped in Rio Rancho, and they told me that I needed an ID, and I had one, but I wasn't breaking no laws. So I can call my lawyer now to double check.
Okay, in the meantime, we need your ID.
Do I legally have to provide
For
that?
the fourth time, yes.
Under what?
Walking down the street with a gun, we need to find out why and what you're doing. Okay?
Is it illegal to walk down the street with a gun?
No.
So what law was I breaking that I have to
We didn't
provide
say
my
you're
ID?
breaking the law. But when you walk down the street with a gun, you scare people. Okay, this day and age, with the shootings and the things that go on,
I walk.
okay, that freaks a lot of people out.
Okay, I go everywhere with my gun, where it's legal.
You probably get the cops called on you.
Never.
Wow.
I've never had the cops call on me.
Walking around with a gun on your leg, you've never had the cop. Okay, maybe people aren't noticing. But in the meantime, if everything's fine, your ID is good, you don't have any warrants, and your gun's not stolen, and you're not, nobody says you're going down the street trying to shoot anybody, then we're out of here and you're out of here.
Okay, I'm okay with that one, but if it's not illegal, if I haven't done anything illegal, why do I have to produce my ID?
Because we're conducting an investigation.
For what crime?
Because we don't know if you haven't done anything illegal.
Oh, I haven't. You guys?
Well, we don't know that.
Okay, I'm just making sure you guys haven't got no calls that I was doing anything illegal, right?
Well, we got a call that you're walking down the street with a gun.
Is that so? I have to produce my ID for that?
Yes.
What law? Under what law?
We're not going to keep having this conversation going round and round.
I'm not trying to argue.
Okay, I understand you're recording me and you want me to keep repeating myself.
All
You
I
have an ID?
All
Yes
I
or
want,
no?
all I want to do is just continue. Yes, I do have an ID,
Okay.
officer.
Can you give it to this officer?
What was you? Can I get your name?
Can you give him your ID, please? My name is Sergeant Black.
You're the sergeant here?
Yes.
So you're saying I legally have to produce my ID
I'm telling you yes.
because I was walking with a gun?
Yes.
And he said I looked suspicious, but you said that I had a gun.
Somebody called us saying you look suspicious walking down the street with a gun.
You know, I've been harassed by the sheriffs a lot lately, and all I want to do is just keep walking. I wasn't doing anything illegal.
Okay, well, we're not harassing you. We're not just stopping you.
This is the 4th Internal Affairs report. I've already filed 4 Internal Affairs reports against sheriffs for illegal search and seizure. You guys, now you guys just took my gun. I don't know why.
You do know why. I've explained this to you. You know when you walk down the street with a gun, at this day and age, that people notice that, and that scares people. People are going to call the cops.
Well,
If people call the cops, we're going to come see what's going on.
But nothing illegal was going on. You guys haven't got no calls that done anything illegal. I'm just walking.
Well, we're going to investigate that. Okay? In the meantime, we need to find out who you are. So if somebody says later, hey, some guy in a plaid shirt went and shot up the Albertsons, we're going to say, you know what? We saw a guy with a gun, but we don't even know who that is.
But you can't get at me for something a crime I haven't committed.
I understand. You're not going to jail.
Am I being detained, officer?
Yes, you absolutely are.
I'm being detained right now?
Yes.
Under what law?
Under the fact that you're walking down the street with a gun and that somebody called the sheriff's department.
That's a crime?
I didn't say it was a crime. It's something that warrants the police investigating.
This is America. I thought I had the right to bear arm.
You do.
Then why am I being stopped for bearing an arm?
Because somebody called the cops. That's why.
Because somebody called.
Okay, listen, sir. This would go a lot faster if you provide him with your ID. Everything is fine, then you can be on your way.
I'm on
foot. In the meantime,
I'm on foot. I can't. If I commit a crime, you guys can catch me right away. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Okay, we're not going to. That's not how we do.
I'm just walking to my father's house. I mean, I'm abiding by the laws.
With your ID, yes or no?
Do I legally have to do that?
How many times have I told you yes?
Well, under what statute?
Are you not understanding that?
Well, I can call my lawyer and ask him.
Okay. In the meantime, your lawyer's not here, and even if he was, we would tell him we're conducting an investigation and we need your ID.
But an investigation because I was walking with a gun?
Yes.
That I'm legally entitled to?
Yes.
I
mean, you're playing dumb.
I'm
you're acting like you don't know that walking down the street with a gun on your head does not attract a lot of attention. And people get scared. I mean, look at all the shootings that have happened. I mean, shootings happen every day. So when somebody sees you walking down the street with a gun,
I understand that.
If you want to practice your Second Amendment rights, I would suggest getting a concealed carry permit. Carry a gun on you concealed where nobody can see it. That way nobody gets scared, nobody gets nervous, nobody calls the cops on you.
As soon as I have enough money, I plan to do that.
Okay, well that will probably make things a lot easier. Walking down the street with a gun on your hip is obviously going to attract a lot of attention.
So I don't understand though. Why am I being detained?
I think you absolutely understand. I think you're just trying to make this harder than it needs to be.
I'm honestly not. I'm trying to abide by the laws.
Myself. Do you have an ID?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you please give it to me? I'm not going to ask you again.
But why am I being detained?
I've already explained that.
I'm being detained right now.
I've already answered that question. Don't play dumb, man. I mean, don't act like you don't understand.
All I want to do is I just want to keep walking to my father's house.
I would be more than happy to let you keep walking as soon as we check your
ID. You guys can follow me to my father's house. I'm not trying to take time.
As we check your ID and we check your gun, you can continue walking.
Legally, I do not have to produce an ID if I have not committed a crime.
That's not true.
Under what statute?
The fact that we are investigating because somebody called the cops.
You said you told us I had a gun.
If we turn out that you haven't done anything wrong, if your gun's not stolen, you don't have any warrants, then you're on your way. But we're going to be here doing this until you provide that.
So I'm being detained right now.
How many times are you going to ask me that?
I'm just trying to understand.
I don't think you are trying to understand. I think you're playing dumb because you know exactly what you're doing, and you're trying to get something on tape that you can go put on YouTube and say, hey, look, I got harassed.
I don't know how to
IA for the 5th time.
I don't know how to use YouTube. I do not know how to use YouTube.
At any rate, I'm giving you
I asked my lawyer
the explanation you've asked for.
My truck's broken down and I'm walking from my mother's house to my father's house. It's all
with a gun on your hip in rush hour traffic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've answered your guys' questions. I do have an ID on me.
What's your name?
Do I legally have to produce that?
Well, if you're not going to give us your ID, give us your information verbally and we'll check you that one.
Do I legally have to produce my name?
I'm not going to answer that question 9 times.
Well,
you guys can hear me. You understand what I'm saying? Speaking perfect English.
Am I free to go?
Okay, you're not free to go.
So I'm being detained right now?
I'm not going to tell you that for the 8th time. You're being detained.
Well, if I'm not being detained, then I'm free to go.
I told you that several times.
So I'm legally being detained.
Do I need to? I'm going to write it down for you. Are you not understanding me?
If you don't mind,
you're making this a lot harder than it needs
to be. If you don't mind, you guys can write down your names and badge numbers.
You already know my name. My name is Sergeant Blackman.
I have that memory. I don't know if I can remember that.
Yeah, well, you got it on tape.
Well, do you don't mind if I record you?
Actually, I do mind if you record me.
Well, okay. So you're Sergeant.
I'm telling you, you don't have my permission to record me. But you're doing it anyway.
Right? And you're Deputy Nance.
Okay, you know who we are.
And you're
I'm going to ask you one more time.
You're Deputy Wolf. Well, am I being detained?
You're about to be detained in handcuffs.
Am I free to go?
Start cooperating. You are not free to go.
What law have I broken?
Okay, I'm going to give you one more chance. Okay, you got it with an ID.
What law have I broken, officer? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking you. I'm trying to cooperate to the fullest.
I don't think you are. I think you're playing stupid and you're playing games.
I'm honestly.
Okay? If you want to be detained in handcuffs in the back of the car while we conduct this investigation, give us an ID right now.
Officer, I'm trying to fully cooperate.
So now you're going in handcuffs. Put your hands behind your back. Okay?